G'day guys, nice Sunday night. Well, it is now. Been working on stuff all day and job to job to job, trying to nut out some new detector circuitry and slowly getting there, but I've come to a screaming stop. I was knocking up some boards and I needed some 10 nanofarad capacitors and I haven't got any. I got nothing close. I've got well above and well below. I can't even make a 10 nanofarad capacitor up. So, what a bugger. But I'll show you what I've been doing anyway here. If you really want to look, I suppose some people are interested, other people aren't. But I'll just move this tripod over, else I'll be banging into everything. But yeah, there you go. That's my Sunday mess. Uh, That's starting from this morning and building up some. Oh, it's a couple of things there. There's something to do with detector pulses, and the other things to do with audio. But anyway, it's all good fun. But I'll tell you what. On Friday, I got a delivery from China, and it was from, however you want to say it, Temu. You can even say you as an can't you? But it's not. And here comes Chari. Okay. First thing, the first thing I got. These are really handy. These are deep sockets, and these are great for getting the nuts off detectors. Like I think this one is. It should be written on it somewhere, shouldn't it? I remember I got it. Yeah, 18 millimeters for that one. And this does the big nut on the 7000s, 24 millimeters. These were so cheap. I think they were $4 or so each, and these are brutal. I mean, they even got half-inch drive. Not that you'd want it, but yeah, got little holes through it. You can put a little put a screwdriver through it and just go use it to undo, break the seal, and then they're big enough so you can put your hand on it and just grab it and just twirl it off. So yeah, I had issues with stuff like that. I don't really like using short sockets if it's going to hit the threads, and yeah, they're deep as. I mean, God, you know, finger disappears in that one. So that's really good. But there's another thing I got off Temu as well. I'll go through a few things. I just couldn't get over how cheap it was, and I've tested some of the stuff out. Uh, yeah, I got these. I'm sick and of. Don't start me on car headlight bulbs. My God, what a rip-off! My God, I went to buy some bulbs, and I tell you what, yeah. So anyway, that's why these come. Uh, these, I think they're equivalent to 55 watt low beam, and I tried them out. They're actually not too bad. So you got these. You plug it in. It's got polarity written there, so I don't get it wrong. And little fans in the back of it to keep it cool until the fan stops and the LEDs melt down. And yeah, well, who knows? But yeah, I tested them out. They seem to work fine. They don't get that hot. Um, but yeah, I think that was one that was done after a night at the pub. This holder here. Oh, I could have. It's only spot welded on. Hang on. Yeah, fixed it. It must have got bent in transit, but yeah, spot welded. Oh, it's okay now. Yeah. So these things, they're bright as. Don't look at them. Yeah, you'll be seeing spots for quite a while. But the other thing I got, if I find it, I got a few cans of this stuff too. This is, I know it's probably deadly poisonous, but this resin, it's about $2. and it works really good. You know, if you've got stuff that's hard to stick and dirty old component legs you're trying to stick a soldering iron on, this stuff, um, yeah, cheap as. But yeah, I got a few cans of that. Try and make that here. My God. And the other thing I got, I better close these up because they'll go everywhere. And this is dirt cheap as well. I thought this was really, really good. This is if you're doing, you know, you want to drill little holes in circuit boards or whatever, and it comes with all these attachments and grinding bits and buffing bits and tons of collets and bits of drill and yeah, all sorts. It comes with that. I didn't even know it come with this, but this was very cheap. I don't know how you pronounce that. You can work that out for yourself. I hope it's not in reverse. Probably is, because I'm using the reverse camera on this. So yeah, it's a jank life. But the thing about this is, see, I've got one over there I bought from Bunnings or something, I think, a while ago. And what it does, it's a damn, I don't know, it's a mini cyclotron. It wants to whiz around like this. And you try to do something and it's it's completely screwed. It has been from day one, and I never really use it unless I'm using it to grind something down. I don't really care. But I had a look at this thing here. It's got a little charging port in the back there, um, which I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it did come with one. Yeah, some derivative of USB something or other to USB. So yeah, charges up off 5 volts. The thing I like about it runs true. It doesn't make a helicopter effect. And I've tried a few things on here, and it just runs true. Uh, the other thing about it too is that you know, obviously it's cordless, but you got a little push button here, and it has I don't know if you can see that, one LED. Push it again. Got two LEDs, and that's going like a cut cat. That is so fast. Um, yeah, but it's running pretty good on the end. It's not all over the shop. Push it again, and it stops. So I thought that wasn't expensive. I can't remember. Um, could have been $12 or something. It might not have even been that. But then it comes with all this stuff. I mean, gee, you know, and I got free postage on all this stuff as well. So that's this Temu site, which I thought was pretty good. So yeah, big pile of stuff there, and it's good, really good. Now I wasn't going to go on about the tools and that. I was going to go on about something else, and now I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, what stuffed me up is I'm trying to do a timing circuit, and it specifically needs 10 nanofarads, right on the money, and I just don't have any. I've got a lot of capacitors, tons of surface mount capacitors, but I can't use surface mount. If I mean, I could solder little wires on or something, but this is sort of development. I'm going to probably say, oh, you know, I need 10. I might need 12 or something. I don't know. We'll see how we go anyway. But on that front, yeah, I just haven't been using standard legged components for a while. I've been doing everything in surface mount, and all of a sudden, look what happens. I'm trying to do some design boards up, which I just make them up as modules and just link them all together to get what I want. But yeah, I'm out of capacitors, which is a real shame. Now there was something else I was going to say too. I got other stuff behind the camera, but yeah, it's yeah. I really can't say anything about it. It's got a little bit more to go on it, but I've got a surprise coming, and yeah, we got some. Well, it's really funny. We're using some old technology, sort of old, sort of old technology, um, to make things work really, really well with new technology. And well, not all of it's old technology. A lot of it's new technology, but it's based on old principles that were really, really good. And um, yeah, it will give you an edge when you are metal detecting. It doesn't matter if you're doing treasure hunting, um, or gold prospecting, coins in parks, whatever. It's going to give you an edge. It definitely will give you an edge because what we are making at the moment, I built up uh, some of these things probably 20 years ago, maybe more, and they were my own item. I nearly gave it away, and yeah, someone came in and had a chat, and we were talking about it, and I did a, oh yeah, check these out, and plugged them in, and yeah, the fellow wanted them then and there, and I said, oh, that's my only thing, and yeah, I sold it, damn it. But anyway, I've I've tracked down, very, very difficult. The people making these parts all went out of business, except I found one that was still prepared, if I ordered enough, would manufacture the devices to my own specification, which has occurred. And yeah, I'm quite happy. Uh, David did a lot of the design on this. He did a lot of the sourcing, and yeah, he knew from the past that these things I had were really, really good. So he has, yeah, done a lot of groundwork and made these absolutely fantastic. So when I have a chat to him and we think it's a go, uh, I'll do a video on what they are. So it could be quite interesting. Actually, it is interesting. Um, we'll probably sell thousands and thousands of these things, like our battery packs we make. Um, so to get all the untether you from batteries, the ones that go on the side of the detectors and that, you know, just innovations like that. We 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 can't really keep up supply of those at the moment. Yeah, a lot of those batteries, they all head up to Queensland, um, and yeah, um, I should give them a plug, but yeah, if you know Dustin, he's selling them on his shelf up there around, because there's a hell of a lot of people up there around the Palmer that use our battery systems, because there's nothing worse than going through bush with leads and things hanging off you and they get snagged. So slip it on the side of the detector. You want to dig, you throw the detector on the ground. It's not tethered to you in any way unless you're using bungee straps and things, which I don't use. Uh, and yeah, I mean, user detecting will give you forearms like that. So, you don't really, you don't really need, um, if you do it all the time, detecting's quite easy. Except I did find that swinging a GP with a 19-inch coil was a fool's errand. I did that for nearly a whole day when I bought myself a 7000. Freaking yeah. I didn't keep that detector. I hated it. I didn't like it. I still think, in my opinion, it's a pig of a detector. It works okay. Of course it does. It does two things at once. It's sort of like, it's like running a double D and a mono at the same time, isn't it, really? Or do you call it a triple D? I don't know. But yeah, I think the Russians, or they were Russians. They moved to Belarus, didn't they? But they've taken care of business now and lightened those coils, or their version of it, right up. And it just goes to show the ergonomics. And then everyone's played catch up on the X coils. So maybe I should have kept it and kept an X coil on it or something, or one of the new coils that Rowan makes over at Nugget Finder. So yeah, I don't know. I think my 45 does a good enough job. So yeah, I've got a few things coming out, guys. There's a few things coming out. Yeah, I just realised too where I was sitting. There was something on the screen behind me. I don't know if that was meant to be up there. So lucky the screensaver's like it's, well, it's come on and gone black. I think yes, it has. Um, Damn. Yeah, I did notice that when I started talking, and I said, "Oh God, well, what can I do?" It's not. I don't think you could see too much anyway from where I was sitting. You probably see the edges of it, but yeah, some new stuff is coming out. We will say that, and yeah, been talking to a few people involved on other things that are coming out, and we've been doing some chit chat, comparisons, a bit more input here and there. Uh, yeah, all sorts of interesting things. You know, like if you want to see some ADCs just about glowing red because they clock them so fast. I mean, there's all sorts of new stuff coming out. It's going to be mind blowing. It really is. So yeah, in that thought, maybe I didn't really want to keep a 7,000 after all, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. I can't give too much away. I really can't because I can say a little bit, but I can't say too much because you know I'll get the evil eye or something. Well, not really, but you don't want to you know show your cards um, to everyone around the place, do you? Unless you've got a good hand. So we'll just keep that secret. There's 4 new things coming out, and when they pop up, I will do a a video. So make sure you subscribe with that subscribe thing, which hardly anyone does anymore. I think everyone's got so many channels on YouTube they look at that you'll just subscribe. If you subscribe to 100 things, it'll drive you bonkers. So if you want to find out new stuff, though, you don't want to miss out. You better subscribe, or you might be stuck in a queue wanting it and won't be able to supply it because we haven't got enough. We run out. So I say that in all honesty because we do batches of things. We get cleaned out of our batteries. We have, oh God, how many batteries? Oh, I would hate to guess. Um, it's been going for years and years. I would say well over probably, I don't know, somewhere between. No, I'm probably going to be low. I'd say up around 10,000 battery sets. I would say that would be about right. Because it's just continuous. Um, Out they go, out they go. So they're on our website if you want to check it out on detectormods.com. And when I put stuff up, the new stuff, it's going on that site. I'm gonna have to get David to put them up. I used to look after all the websites, but it looked like something out of the 1980s. Uh, no, not joking. But yeah, it's all modernised because both David and Jason, the other son, Jason's a programmer, uh, and yeah, he looks after the website. He does all the code. He sets it up so cretins can't get in and destroy it and whatever else. So yeah, it's all good. He's even done a payment system on it. Jason was how would I say it? Computer wise, he was playing around with ATs and XTs and things like that, and writing all the codes up in various forms of uh, Linux, C, and all these weird things. But he was writing complete things for old XT and AT computers, and he's worked his way right up now. He's doing stuff for Japanese now. He's not in Japan. He's here, but he's doing all their coding for them, and he's in great demand. So if you want to really, no, I'm not going to say that because he'll kill me because he's got too much work on. but he's a really good coder, a really good programmer. He fixes everyone else's messes. You know, they make it like this big, and he condenses it down to that nice, neat packages. And he's done some work for us too, doing some code to run some um, screens. We'll call it screens, LCD screens or TFT screens, one or the other, or both. He does all that interfacing. He's very, very clever. So I usually give him a task here and there, and he'll just nut it out. So I said, just for fun of it, make me a metal detector. He actually did. I said, here, this is how it works. And he sat down and actually did it on an Arduino board. He goes, oh, there you go. It worked. So I said, oh, make me a interface for an SD2000. Here's all your, where you got to measure your pulses and timings and way things switch on and off, and did that as well. So he got rid of 90% of the componentry for an SD2000, and it works just the same, and it works better actually. But anyway, it's got some of my tricks in it. So there's all this stuff that can happen. It's just man hours. Like I wish I had a staff of 10 people um, who could help on some of this stuff, because I just get bogged down. Just takes forever. Anyway, so you can have a look at all that mess there again I've been doing. There you go. If you really want to look at it. Uh, a lot of little boards. I've done most of the boards myself. I have actually, to make things quick, I've bought some boards, some extra boards off Temu. Hang on, this one here. And I'll spin it around so I'll see. I want to see what I'm showing you, because otherwise I don't know. Yeah, this one here is a little pulse width modulator, and it is. This is like $2.35, right? That's from Temu as well. I think they're on AliExpress. There might be a bit more, but just basically this is just put volts into it and variable voltage. I think it's yeah. Oh no, you put pulse width into it. It puts out a voltage 0 to 5. This one. There's another one that does the opposite. So you got frequency to voltage, voltage to frequency, voltage to pulse width, and all sorts. There's all these variations. And actually, with these things, if you really wanted to, and if you want to use some of the timer blocks and that, you could make your own metal detector just from these. I'm not joking. You could. Maybe you should do it as a project. Maybe I should do one and put it all up together. And it's really easy to do. You can't go and put in complex ground balancing, but if you make yourself a coin detector or something like that, it ain't hard. It's not hard at all. You know, years ago we used to think metal detecting was a bit of a black art, and bit magic. It's not really. When you muck around with it for a while, it's damn simple in a lot of ways. And I remember when I was first into it, and the ground balancing techniques and that used to bamboozle me, and you study it a bit and you go, oh, that's how that works. And when the pulse inductions come out of their ground balancing, that also was a bit of a bamboozle until I studied the mathematics that Bruce Canty came up with. And if you read it, and you need to go, a lot of things he says, you need to go and get a definition of what he says, and then go, that's what he's talking about. That's what he's talking about. Rather than just read it at face value, it'll make no sense, unless you're a physicist or something. But if you study it, then you understand how it works. Even ground balancing on all the detectors we've got now, it's still something that can be improved. There is some issue of timing holes, whereas there's an overlap, and the target decay rate is basically the same as the ground. It won't pick it up because the ground's cancelled. Your target's cancelled as well. There's a lot of stuff like that. It all just needs playing around with, and it's hard getting the time to do it. You sort of got to have someone who's an analog guy and someone who's a digital guy, someone who knows a little bit about power, someone who knows a bit about electro um, um, well, electromagnetics, I suppose, about coils and things, and all the way you do it. So it's a little bit of, you've got to know a little bit of everything, and then if you know the concept of the overall picture, then you can get specialists and say, can you do that? You do this, you do that, and eventually you can put something really together. Because even with Minelab stuff, it's Minelab coding, and I used to do a lot of two-way radio work years ago, a lot of it. And even looking at the newer detectors, uh, you just look at the way to lay it, and it's actually I think it's the radio guys from Coden who have been doing a lot of the design work, or someone with a radio background. Because if they just had a pure digital background as such, they'd be hashing up the analog side of it as well. So I think that they're multi-talented, and any you Minelab guys out there, you can tell us if you're multi-talented. Tell me if I'm right or not. You can leave a comment. Do it anonymously. I don't care. Because yeah, I do get feedback from various companies that if anyone helps them, that's the end of you. You won't get any more of our products. You'll be kicked off the the green list and go on the black list or something. So yeah, it's funny things. We get told a lot of stuff. I'll tell you what, we get told a lot of weird stuff too. So never give away your sources, guys. If you get told stuff, keep it to yourself because it keeps on coming. So never give away your sources when you get told stuff. That's the best thing to do. And don't even talk about it in regards to what it is too, because that can also out people. Because there might be only two people that know that, and the other one will go, "Well, it's not me, it's that one." So it causes problems. But yeah, any juicy bits of news in that? Yeah, just all ears and just zip it. You know, sometimes I'll let a little bit out about something, but it doesn't give anyone away. It's impossible to sort of backtrack it. But yeah, we get told some interesting things. Anyway, that's enough waffle. I think I have to go up to the shop and get some milk because there is none. So I was told, and yeah, go and do that, and yeah. Well, I can't continue. I've got no capacitors that I need for this bugger. So I'll be buying capacitor. Oh, I can't. It's a holiday on Monday. Damn it! I think. I would have gone up to JCar and just bought some capacitor. I can't get any. Damn, I'm stuck. I'm stuck till Tuesday. Okay, catches.